There was once a planet that everyone remembered, but no one could find. It was not lost in space, it was lost in something deeper. In understanding, in logic, in the structure of memory itself. Its name was Taurid 7, a catalog terrestrial planet orbiting a stable red dwarf in the Zeta Draconis sector. It was discovered in 2119 by the Voyager array, confirmed by 38 observatories, mapped, spectrally analyzed, even assigned a provisional atmosphere rating. Scientists were excited. Taurid 7 showed signs of oxygen, liquid water, and seasonal cycles. There were even anomalies in its magnetic field that hinted at artificial influence. A mission was planned, resources allocated, probes dispatched. And then it vanished, not gradually, not by physical destruction. It was simply gone, no signal, no coordinates. Telescopes pointed where it should be found, nothing. No debris, no orbit, just empty space, and not the ordinary kind. The space where Taurid 7 had once been was strangely resistant to observation. Light bent oddly, spectrographs returned no results. Timestamps on images shifted inconsistently. It was as if reality itself refused to admit the planet had ever been there. But people remembered, not just scientists. Journalists had written stories, artists had painted its imagined skies. Children had made clay models of its surface in school projects. And yet, the deeper people searched for the planet, the more reality bent against them. Files vanished, news articles deleted themselves. Citations in journals led to blank pages, astronomical databases no longer listed Taurid 7, even printed records began to fade, the ink thinning as if ashamed. But memories remained strong, clear, frightening. A collective certainty that we had known a planet that now no longer belonged to existence. The question wasn't where it went. The question became, what had changed to allow something real to become unreal? Psychologists dismissed it as mass hysteria, a planetary Mandela effect, but the phenomenon grew stranger. Those who had studied Taurid 7 began experiencing time loops. They would repeat actions without memory. Some would lose hours of time standing still. Others would wake speaking languages they had never learned. One scientist, Dr. Ushalem, began drawing complex glyphs in her sleep symbols later identified as topological structures representing four-dimensional memory. She claimed the planet was not gone, only rejected. Not destroyed, but unaccepted by reality itself. That we had glimpsed something our universe could not accommodate. A few physicists began exploring the concept of reality elasticity, the theory that the universe has thresholds of conceptual mass, and when something crosses them, it is expelled not into space, but into elsewhere. They argued Taurid 7 had violated a fundamental limit. It had accumulated too much paradox, too much contradiction. Some blamed the atmosphere readings, which changed between measurements. Others blamed the strange pulse that once echoed from its Corsair's short waves followed by silence. That silence, they said, was not natural, it was structured, coded. One linguist, studying the pulse, translated it into ancient Akkadian phonemes and found the phrase, "We do not belong." After that, others reported dreams of the planet, of standing on its violet plains, under a sky with two moons that pulsed like breathing lungs, of cities made of glass that remembered your thoughts, of beings that looked like shadows pretending to be solid, and always, just before waking, they would hear a voice, "This is not your place." But you made it real. Some began to believe that Taurid 7 had never truly existed before we observed it. That our instruments, our expectations, had created it. That human observation had collapsed a potentiality into momentary form. And when the universe corrected for the error, it erased the intrusion. But the memories remained. The human mind had stored an echo. And that echo resisted deletion. Then, something changed. A small boy in a refugee camp in Madagascar began drawing the planet in the sand. Perfect topography, latitude lines, weather patterns. No one had told him about Taurid 7. He simply said he saw it in his dreams. Similar incidents occurred across the world. People who had never read about it began to speak of it. Artists painted its valleys. Musicians composed melodies they claimed came from its winds. The planet was returning not physically, but emotionally, mythologically. It re-entered human consciousness through symbols, through stories, and with it came changes. Devices near those affected would malfunction, clocks ticked backward. Artificial intelligences would begin referencing Torrid 7 in queries they were never programmed for. A private satellite launch in 2168 captured something extraordinary, a faint outline, like heat shimmer in space, located exactly where Torrid 7 had once been. It wasn't a planet, not yet, but it was trying to be. Trying to anchor itself again, the outline pulsed. And this time, it did not say we do not belong. It said, let us be. Earth governments issued warnings. Do not look at it. Do not search for it. Do not speak its name, but it was too late. The more they denied it, the more it spread. Torrid 7 became a poem, a religion, a seed, not a planet, but an idea with mass. A forgotten home remembered by strangers, a possibility that refused to die. And so it waits, not in space, not in time, but in the corners of thought, in the glitches of memory, in the dreams that don't fade. The planet that disappeared from reality was never lost. It was only returned to where all impossible things go into the shadow of belief, waiting for the day we dare to believe hard enough to bring it back.